Hello, welcome to my channel, Feeding God's Sheep. This is Jazz. My apologies on how long it took me to produce another video. I've been busy working, but I didn't want to wait too late. So I have a review that I'm going to be doing with you all. I was on Fox News and I just thought this was so interesting and I wanted to share it with you all. So we're going to watch this together. I'm going to provide commentary throughout the video. If you want to add any comments or tap into what's being said, please feel free to go in on the comments below. But yes, and thank you so much for all of the support. It really, really means a lot to me. The likes, the comments, the subscribers. I really, really appreciate you all like taking time out to just do all that you do to support my channel. But let's go ahead and let's get started with the video.
Tonight, an alarming discovery out of a Baltimore City high school where hundreds of students are failing.
As Project Baltimore's Chris Papps explains, we found a student who's passed 3 classes in 4 years and is ranked near the top half of his class.
Wow, so you mean to tell me that there are multiple groups of 100 students that are failing? And then they find one particular student who has only passed 3 classes out of 4 years he's been in high school. So this means that he's not even passing a class every year he's been in school, because high school is 4 years. All right, let's continue to watch on.
We're not letting none of this get the best of us. All right?
What kind of encouraging words was this? We're not going to let this get the best of us. You all should have been talking about this years ago. And then his little drop, as if he don't even care. But we're going to carry on. We'll carry on.
Be strong, son. We got this.
He's stressed, and I am too. Like, I told him I probably will start crying. Like, my son is, I don't know what to do for him.
This coming June is when Tiffany France thought her son would receive his diploma.
Yeah, this is very sad because you don't know what to do for your son. At this point, it's kind of already too late because he's going to have to repeat himself in school.
And I'm just trying to fight. He like, Mom, what was all this for? What did I do this for? Like, don't he get a chance? Do he get a
Yeah, I'm actually confused. What did he do exactly? Like, what did you do to sit here and make this comment? You did all this for nothing. You clearly didn't do anything.
chance?
But after 4 years of high school, this mom just learned her 17-year-old has to start over.
Kudos to Fox News for highlighting the issue with some of our young people, the video games. You know, from this video, they've shown him playing video games, and that probably is the issue.
Been moved back to 9th grade.
Why would he do 3 more years in school? He didn't fail. The school failed him.
Where is the accountability at, ma'am? You failed him as his mother. You failed him. Not only did the school fail him, but you failed him too.
School failed at their job. They failed. They failed. That's the problem here. They failed.
And another problem is parents are failing their kids. You failed him. You failed him. I just don't like hearing you repeat the school failed him as if you're this innocent bystander.
They failed. He didn't deserve that.
France's son attends Augusta Fells Savage Institute of Visual Arts in West Baltimore. His transcripts show in 4 years, he has passed just 3 classes, earning 2.5 credits, which places him in 9th grade. But France says she didn't know that until February. She has 3 children and works 3 jobs. She thought her
Okay, here we go. Truth's coming out. You have 3 children and you work 3 jobs. So how are you even an active parent in any of your kids' lives? I would be curious to know, how are the other kids doing in school as well?
His son was doing well because even though he failed most of his classes, he was being promoted. His transcripts show he failed Spanish 1 and Algebra 1, but was promoted to Spanish 2 and Algebra 2. He also failed English 2, but was passed on to English 3.
I'm just assuming that if you
Now, the staff at the school should definitely be ashamed of themselves for allowing this to continue on for 4 years and just passing him along like, okay, he's not my problem no more, on to the next. Like, wow.
are passing, that you have the proper things, to go to the next grade. And, the right grades, you have the right credits.
As we dig deeper into her son's records, we can see in his first 3 years at Augusta Fells, he failed 22 classes and was late or absent 272 times. But
Say what? Oh my goodness. Are you serious?
in those 3 years, only one teacher requested a parent conference, which France says never happened. No one from the school told this mother her son was failing. And
I have a very hard time believing that no one told her. No one reached out. There was no communication that went out to her. I just have a very hard time believing this because when I was in school, when I was absent, my parents got a voice recorded message. Whenever I was late, they still sent out voice recordings. And of course, they sent out paper communications, and my parents were fully aware of everything that was going on in my time in high school. So something's not sounding right. And I know as far as her working 3 jobs and having 3 other kids, maybe her attention wasn't fully dedicated to all of that, because on top of the 3 kids, the 3 jobs, like, when did you find time to sleep?
not going to class.
Yeah.
France's son, in his 4 years at Augusta Fells, earned a grade point average of 0.13. He only passed 3 classes, but his transcripts show his class rank is 62 out of 120. This means nearly half of his classmates, 58 of them, have a GPA of...
Wait. I just thought about something. So you mean to tell me out of the 4 years your son was in school, you didn't ask to see a report card? You didn't ask how his grades were? You weren't asking what did he learn? You didn't ask him about any kind of test? You didn't ask about homework? Oh, let me guess. You couldn't because you were working 3 jobs and had 3 kids. Okay. But the school failed your kid. Okay.
0.13 or lower.
He's a good kid. Like, he didn't deserve that. Where is the mentors? Where is the help for him? I hate that this is happening to my child.
In your...
Exactly. Where were some mentors for your son? Because clearly you couldn't have been there for him. And I just lack empathy for this situation. I feel for the young man that's going through this. I really do, because he didn't ask to be here. And that's the unfortunate part. And it's just really, really sad that this young man is having to experience this and he doesn't have any help or active parents. I haven't heard anything about a father being in his life. So he's really lost. And it's unfortunate.
Opinion. Did the school system fail this child?
Absolutely.
This city school administrator who works inside North Avenue asked not to be identified for fear of retaliation.
That school community failed this student.
This administrator told Fox 45 News city schools failed because it has protocols and interventions set up to help students who are falling behind or have low attendance. In France's son's case, they didn't happen.
I get angry. There's nothing but frustration. We see on the news the crime that occurs, the murders, the shootings, We know that there are high levels of poverty in Baltimore. Things like this are adding to that.
These children are why I do this work.
Dr. Sonia Santelises was school CEO 4 years ago when France's son was a freshman, but she will not interview with Fox 45 News. Instead, we received this 2-page statement, which explains what should happen when a student is chronically absent or failing. The district says students received a letter about their academic status this past summer, and records can be accessed through the campus portal. When a student is absent, an automated call is placed to the number on file. The statement also said the school conducted recent home visits and the student's parent visited the school. But France says none of that happened. What this statement does not address is why France's son was promoted despite failing classes. It doesn't discuss his class rank or the 58 other students with a GPA of 0.13 or lower. But it
completely bizarre that the school allowed these students to move on with a calculated GPA that was under a 1.
Fifth Avenue is reviewing actions that impacted student outcomes at the school prior to this year.
It took a lot for me to just build the courage to do this.
If you were to talk to this mom, what would you say to her?
You know, I didn't have a hand on this student, but I work for city schools, so he is one of my kids. I would hug her and I would apologize profusely.
And he feels embarrassed, he feels like a failure. And I'm like, you can't feel like that. And you have to be strong. And you gotta keep fighting. You know, life is about fighting. Things happen, but you gotta keep fighting. And he's willing, he's trying, but who would he turn to when the people that's supposed to help him is not? Who do he turn to?
France has pulled her son out of Augusta Fells. He is now enrolled in an accelerated school program at another high school in West Baltimore. She is told if he works hard, he could graduate by 2023. And if you would like to read City Schools' entire 2-page statement, we have posted it on our website, foxbaltimore.com. I'm Chris Pabst, and this.
Thank you, Chris, for that. This was a very hard video to watch. I don't have any children, but I really think that parents do need to be more active in their children's lives. I'm glad that the school did come up with a resolution to get this young man progressing forward. The video is older. I'm not sure when it actually aired, but it did make mention that he could possibly graduate 2023. We're in 2024 now. So I do pray he graduated. I do pray that both him and his mother took a valuable lesson from this. You know, the mother needs to make herself more available for her children. I understand trying to provide and take care of them. It's all a package deal. And for the young man, I really hope that he took a lesson that he needs to make himself more available when it comes to going to school. If he needs help, he needs to reach out for help and to just apply himself a bit more. Everything in this video just made me cringe, like listening to this. It's like, wow. But the Bible does say if we teach a child a way to go as they get older, they'll never part from those ways. And I'll post the scripture up. And looking at this video, it made me reference that Bible verse, because had he had the structure of learning the importance of studying, going to school, being available, reaching out for help, if he was taught all that at a younger age, he would have not parted from that. So I'm pretty sure he's probably had issues. And this is just my opinion. He's probably had issues throughout school in younger ages. But this was something else. But go ahead and get in the comments. Tell me your opinion. What are your thoughts on this video? Like, share, and subscribe. Continue to be blessed.